Welcome to episode 3 of a brand new series where we take a look at school dragons with a fresh pair of eyes, all while uncovering mysteries and revealing secrets hidden from view. This episode will be featuring some of Thunderrun Racing as well as Flight Club. Reason why I'm combining the two is because of the fact that there isn't really a lot to talk about for Thunderrun Racing, which you'll find out in a bit. With that said, let's get started. In Thunderrun, once you join a lobby, you are actually put in the same room with other Vikings standing by each other, with their dragons falling down to the endless void. The map at the top right is pretty accurate. In fact, what you see on the map is exactly placed in the game, at least in the camera I'm using. What's interesting to me is that the players are actually inside a spear instead of a circle over their head. According to my friend, this might have been done to make the dots of the map a lot more accurate in terms of where the players are. And before you leave a comment, here's what every track looks like overhead. Now let's move over to Flight Club, where we're first going to take a look at the school in the regular levels. If you go through the cracks, you'll find that there is nothing there, and if you zoom out, you can see that the school is just a flat image. What makes it special is that this is the old layout of the school when there wasn't a lookout or training grounds. Let's move over to Dragon class levels, starting with Hookfang. One thing you'll notice with these levels is that the skyboxes change from dragon to dragon in these kinds of levels. Nothing is on the bottom of these volcanoes except for one, as you can see here. One thing you may not notice right off the bat is the fact that the majority of trees are 2D textures. The only ones that aren't 2D are the trees that you cut down. If you move the camera up towards the sky, you'll notice that there is a layer of what appears to be moving clouds. Up next is the tornado levels, where you swim underwater and fly above it. One thing you'll notice is that when you are underwater, there is a camera effect in play compared to you being above water. The effect used on the camera underwater is distance fog. If you are going to go swimming in real life, at least in the ocean, you are not going to be able to see so far in the ocean. This is also true if you're in the ocean and take the camera above it. You'll see that the cliffs have the same fog going on. So what happens to the fish when we scare them away? They pretty much split into two pods and shrink down until they can't be seen. And the particles that appear when you go above and below the water? Well, here's what they look like. Here is the ground splitter levels. There are some people who wonder what is outside the surface area. Well, if we zoom out, you'll see that there is completely nothing. The only thing you'll see is the level itself. With the Stormfly levels, there's not much going on worth noting, other than the fact that this is where the first narwhals first made their appearance. Here's a good look at all of these majestic cuties. Yeah, they're so cute, oh my god! Taking a look at the Silverback levels, you can see that their levels are the only ones that have targets burst into flames when you're near them. And at the bottom of the erupting gas is water. One oddity I've noticed is the fact that there is a waterfall with water that is blue. Nothing really out of the ordinary in the Grunkle levels, except for the fact that the geysers are actual geysers. I feel really awkward talking about geysers. The developers didn't need to add this extra detail of the geysers carrying you up, but here we are. We have finally reached my favorite levels, Toothless. Reason why is because of the fact that there is more to Berk here than the actual Berk area. While it is a tad bit lacking in terms of texture quality, this Berk is extended to where you can fly around sea stacks, glide along a sea of ships, and see what it might have looked like if the developers were to expand Berk a bit beyond what is there now. Is it just me, or does Burke seem bare? I'm not talking about textures, mind you. I'm talking about people. There is literally no one here to wave as you pass on by. Hold on. I see someone close to the finish line. Let's get a closer look. It's... I'll be darned. It's Hiccup from the first movie! In all the Toothless courses, including the Gronkle Island one, the old version of the NPC is standing close to the flag, waiting for you. Though you really don't get to see, as you may be more focused on beating the level and not looking for a one-legged Viking. What's interesting is that they never really did change Hiccup in the other Flight Club levels wherever you are racing against him and Toothless. And in case if you're wondering, when you are riding Toothless, Hiccup end up riding Stormfly unless you're on your own Toothless Flight Club levels and not Hiccup's Toothless. There is a difference. We have reached the end of another episode! Finally, we have gotten to the juicy stuff. And we're not stopping here, not yet at least. From fake snow to, well, ancient Hiccup, we have seen some interesting things, both in the intros and the main episodes. What I want to know is what has been your favorite, and what do you want me to uncover next? Let me know in the comments, and remember to keep calm. You're riding a dragon. Because everyone else is doing it.